Hey everyone! Welcome back to the I Wish I Knew podcast. I'm Isabel.
And I'm Davis. And today it is our first episode. Today's episode will look a little something like this. First, we're going to talk about our experiences in sports, academics, and extracurriculars, followed by our favorite parts and memories of high school. Then, our least favorite parts and memories of high school. Finally, we'll end the episode with the biggest lesson we have learned and some overall advice with tips and tricks.
So, we hope you enjoy. Okay, so sports. I don't have as much experience with sports as Davis has, but I do play volleyball. I have been since freshman year, went on junior varsity and varsity. I love volleyball so much. I love when you're just like in the heat of the game and you're in a good rally, good volley, and your heart is beating, each pass matters, and that's why I've really liked playing it all throughout high school. Being a part of a team also taught me really important lessons, working together, especially when it can be kind of hard and you have differing ways of playing, different ways of coping with problems, so it really teaches you to be more of a teammate, more cohesive, and learning to play with others.
As for me, I've really run my way through high school. I have been a member of the varsity cross-country team since freshman year. I did play baseball my freshman and sophomore year, but I ended up deciding to run spring track. Well, I would have ran spring track, but unfortunately the COVID-19 pandemic had other plans for me. As for my cross-country career, I have had the absolute pleasure of reaching a lot of success in that sport. Our team was very fortunate to win 2 section championships and end up traveling to states a couple times. Those are some of my fondest memories in high school. I've really enjoyed the cross-country team. The team itself is a great group of guys and girls that really have come together and have reached a lot of different milestones together. We love to help each other out on the academic sides of high school, and we enjoy pasta parties every Thursday before meets where we really just have a blast together. And so that has been my sports career at O'Neill thus far. As for academics, I'm a member of the High Honor Roll. All 4 years of high school, I have taken all honors and AP classes throughout my time. Those classes are hard, but I have enjoyed pushing myself academically to really reach the standards they set for you.
As for me, with academics, pretty similar to Davis, I've taken AP classes, honors classes. I've been on High Honor Roll all 4 years of high school, and I'm also ranked. But other than that, pretty solid. I've never regretted taking an honors or AP class. I think it keeps me challenged and focused, and I like it,
Mm-hmm.
For some extracurriculars, some of them include
Here we go.
Red Cross, S2S, Interact Club, Literary Magazine, Podcast Club, obviously, Student Advisory, Science Club, National Honor Society, and for a short period of time, Craft Club.
Craft Club. All right. Well, I am a member of Student Council. I'm the Executive Vice President. I am the Secretary of NHS. I am a member of the Junior Officer Training Corps at James Avenue High School. I am a member of S2S, Student to Student, Youth in Government, Red Cross Club, and Chess Club.
Chess Club.
You can find all that kind of information on our resumes, but we're going to move on here to our favorite memories and parts of high school. Now, I personally have greatly enjoyed my 4 years at James Avenue High School. I said it wrong. But some of my favorite parts, first off, I spoke briefly on this earlier, but the cross-country meets are just incredible. I love the cross-country meets. Just going out with my team and going to a different school. And really, the running part's not quite as fun as eating a bunch of snacks with my team. But I'm a big fan of also the football games. I love sitting in the student section and losing my voice at those things. Just seeing everybody out there, cheerleaders, football players, just the hubbub, if I will, are quite amazing. And then finally, I love the dances. I love groovin' and juvin'.
Oh, jeez. As much as I love groovin' and juvin', I think I prefer, when I look back at high school, I kind of think of more of the daily things that are my favorite parts. Like the small classes, like volleyball practices. I like gym class.
Gym's good.
I also like lunches, study halls, the conversations you have with your friends. I really like those. And then like plays, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like musicals, I think they're so fun.
The drama program here is really good.
Yeah. So yeah, I like the more small day-to-day things.
So now we're going to talk about some of our least favorite parts of high school. You know, as much as there are the highs, there come sometimes some lows. I think the biggest part about high school that you really want to focus on and sort of improve can also be one of the hardest parts, and I think that's the social pressure and the sort of social side of high school.
Yeah, because I think social pressure kind of touches on all aspects of high school. Like, it doesn't only affect your academics, it doesn't only affect your sports, it affects everything, because you can't really, that's what high school is, you know? Right,
absolutely. And there's a lot of different groups of people in high school, and sometimes finding your people can be hard, and sometimes there will be sort of factors that want to bring you sometimes out of your comfort zone. And sometimes it could be as simple as two things going on in one weekend, and you kind of have to choose one. I think there's also a lot of things that you're going to want to say no to in high school, and that can be hard as well. But, you know, you're in an environment with a lot of different people, and sometimes that can be difficult.
Yeah, I was also thinking in terms of like comparing, like say you're on the JV team, your friends are on the varsity team. It can be pretty easy to like not want to do that sport anymore because you're not with your friends. But
Absolutely.
You can take it as an opportunity to make friends, like to go outside of your comfort zone. Like I know for me, JV, well, my friends were on JV too, so it wasn't that big of a problem. But like I can see how it can be kind of like toxic. It can be negative. But things like that, you can like make the most out of it.
Yeah, I think you could also choose to compare yourself with the varsity players in that sort of situation.
Yeah.
Instead of, you know, you can really improve in the JV environment.
Yeah, it can be pretty easy to be consumed by comparison, especially academically, because you can't really change numbers, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you can, but it's very hard.
It
but
is.
like once you have a grade on a test, it's like, oh, you can't really do anything about it once you've gotten it. So although it can be very negative, I've learned that you kind of have to do things for yourself. You can't try to achieve other people's goals just because you want to be better than them or you want to be them.
Right.
You have to do it for you. Like, you have to do it for your goals.
Absolutely.
Because we all have our own strengths. We all have our own weaknesses. And then that kind of leads us into the advice we want to share and that we've learned throughout the years.
So yeah, my biggest lesson that I've learned, and also my biggest piece of advice to high schoolers I meet, is that you really want to surround yourself with people that you enjoy being around, people that push you to simply be the best version of yourself. I think it's easy to be in a group of maybe bad apples, as they say, and find yourself maybe doing things that you don't really want to do. I think you simply are just going to enjoy yourself so much more if you're with a group of people that push you. You guys thrive together, strive together for great things. I think it's really as simple as you're often happier with people that make you happy. So really find your group, and that could just be like anybody, you know, and just don't be afraid to really just find people that are like you, and you're going to have a great time, I think.
Yeah. And then for me, kind of going off of that, is like, be patient, you know, because looking back to freshman year me, that's like a completely different person, I feel like. So with finding your own group, like, you're not going to find your own group like the first day of school.
No.
It takes time, like especially with social norms, like, oh, you want to have all these friends, but really I think there's more meaningful relationships and like the more closer knit groups, and that takes time. And I think you should like enjoy what's in front of you.
Absolutely.
Because by senior year, you'll be able to look back and see how far you've come, and just appreciate what you've achieved.
Yeah, I think we've both been able to do that. You know, It's pretty crazy looking back to, us as freshmen so long ago.
I don't even know you as freshmen.
Yeah, I don't think we even knew each other.
Yeah.
But
look at us now, it takes time.
It does take time. Be patient, and I think you will find yourself really, really thankful that you were patient. Going into some of our tips.
Oh yeah.
So I think we could both agree on this one.
Yeah.
Our biggest tip here is time management.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, we are a member of a lot of different groups and activities, and that does come with a lot of different schedules and running around to different club meetings and stuff like that. So I think you have a good piece of advice for being able to have good time management.
Well, for me, planners. I just like writing it down. Also, if that's not your thing, I know people don't like using planners, but having that group of people to keep you accountable, remember that we have a meeting today,
Right, yeah.
Or don't forget practice at 2:45, things like that, people to remind you.
That just comes with really good friends, you want to surround yourself with people that kind of look out for you like that,
Yeah.
I think another piece of advice is really push yourself academically, and don't be scared to fail. I think is a big thing. I think high school is a great opportunity for you to really find yourself and to find some things that you could be really good at.
Yeah. For me, probably I've struggled with I don't want to take this honors course because I'm kind of afraid I'm not as good as I think I am. Especially with math. I don't know. For freshman year, I've always wanted to take an honors math course, but I kept doing the same cycle, maybe next year.
I see.
But then I would be I don't want to start now. What changed? So
yeah.
I wish I pushed myself to take that class.
Right. No, yeah.
I don't know. Now looking back, I can say that, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I think pushing yourself to not only academically but also in the extracurriculars. I think there is an amazing chance to find your passion in high school. I personally have. And it's just you want to join all these clubs, and you might find something you're really passionate about in this club.
Yeah.
And when you find that, develop it.
Yeah.
Really use our small school scale to if you're the only one in video club, then you've got the camera all to yourself. So that is okay, and just be yourself and just develop those passions, and you'll take that off to college or wherever you're going after high school. And I think that you'll be thankful for your time really being yourself. I
would also say try as many things as you can, because you don't have to every club you're in, but that's the whole point. You tried it, Freshman year, I encourage everyone to join that club, do that sport, because you might wind up falling in love with it.
Yeah. I think you said sports is a really important thing.
Yeah, the friends you make in sports.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're just so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I think fall of freshman year, right away, join a sport and meet some people. It really helps.
Yeah, and I know I struggled with this, but it can be pretty nerve-wracking just even raising your hand in class.
Yeah.
Or when someone cold calls you, that's I don't like that. But looking back as a freshman, my heart would be beating so fast when someone a teacher mentions presentations.
Right.
But now, I think I've improved. I got more courage and stuff.
Yeah.
And that kind of comes with time, like I said before. So as a freshman, it's pretty difficult to be so everywhere at once.
Outgoing.
Yeah, outgoing. And that might not be the easiest for everybody.
Yeah.
But for me, I was in one club or two in freshman year.
Right.
And then now I'm
Yeah. So what do you think changed?
I don't know. I think I became more comfortable with myself,
Yeah.
I just learned taking those small groups and then realizing that, this isn't half bad.
Yeah.
And then okay, add one more person. Okay, add two more people, and then the next thing you know, you're just making your own podcast,
There you go.
So yeah, do you have any final thoughts to conclude this episode, Davis?
Absolutely. I think you just want to find yourself in high school. Join that club you always wanted to do. Play that sport you've always wanted to play. Join the play that you've always wanted to play.
Yeah.
That's not how it's supposed to be said, I think. But just really surround yourself with good people and enjoy your high school experience. I think that it's often put on that maybe you won't enjoy high school, but I really think you can.
Yeah. So looking forward to our next episode.
Ooh.
So in this episode, we kind of gave a blanket statement of high school, addressing each of the small topics, but in the future, we'll have specific episodes directing each topic. So I think next episode will be sports.
I think so.
And we'll have a special guest.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, very exciting. So you don't get tired of hearing just our voices.
So yeah, come back for our next episode where we dive into the world of sports with a new special guest.
Yes.
I'm Davis.
I'm Isabel.
And this is
I Wish I Knew.
Have a great day, folks.